be all year. Making old men.
What's up, everybody? How's everyone doing? All right, we're back at this again. We're going to continue on starting to build out this scene, and then we may get to a point where I want to do an animation where it zooms into the TV, and then we cut to a bunch of like retro games playing. I apologize if you can hear my AC in the background. It's a little quiet. Yeah, I'm trying to cool the place down before. So, yeah, let's keep going with this. How's everyone doing? Oh, while I start off, I want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Otoy, for sponsoring the podcast and the website. They're a universal sponsor. You know them, you love them. They're the makers of Octane Render and the Render Network. They create photorealistic rendering stuff. It's what we've been using for the live streams, and you can see it looks absolutely fantastic. They just finished up the Render Royale for last month's Retro Sci-Fi, but I did just find out that let me check my email real quick. Okay, so next month's August's theme is post-apocalyptic visions. You know what? I can change this on the fly. Here we go. Post-apocalyptic visions. Nice. Oh, and that would be August. Let's just move that over. Now we're good. There we go. I'm pretty sure I misspelled apocalyptic. Apocalyptic visions. Yeah. So if you're interested in participating in the Render Royale competition, just check it out at renderfoundation.com/royale. It'll give you all the information, and they're giving away like $5,500 in prizes and stuff for some of the best renders. Cool. So yeah, in the meantime, let's go back to the live stream. Yeah, Battletoads. So the guy who I am creating this for, he last night he hit the world record in the Karate Kid on NES, which was super exciting to watch. I was really happy I was there to see it. So super excited to keep working on this. I'm gonna assume he's probably not live streaming tonight. But yeah, so I did just do a Teddy Ruxpin model, so I want to bring that one in. Let's see, Teddy Ruxpin 2 GLB. I'm gonna make him a little bit smaller, and then I was thinking of putting him on the TV. How do y'all feel about that? Like next to the My Little Pony. I think that'll work. And then let's do a texture. Oh, our textures are over there. That's weird. Let's move it there. There we go. Winbush, you still live streaming every day and walking? Also, I saw your video that you were presenting for Maxon at SIGGRAPH. That's cool. I'm assuming they're not live streaming again, right? Let's see. Project files, C40 models. I'm only going until 9 tonight. My wife just started work again at school every morning. That's awesome. Yeah, she just started work again, so I gotta get the kids in bed and stuff like that. Yes. Nope. No live stream. Yeah, that's what I figured. Cool. All right. Why does this look out of focus? Does this look out of focus to everyone else? CRT. Maybe it's just I've got that in focus. Or maybe that's something about the models and stuff. Once they're a little bit bigger, the resolution isn't that great. I wonder if I could try up-resing them with like gigapixel or whatever, because what size are they? Let's see. Let's get the image, properties. Yeah, it's only a like 1024 by 1024. Okay. Let me go over to our sponsor real quick so that I can open up my stuff. Oh, shoot. I still have my render node up. That's going to be bad. That'll crash my system if I were to get a job while I was doing it. Let's see. Let's open up gigapixel program files. Sorry guys, I just don't want y'all to see all of my stuff. I've been working a lot from home, and I've got a lot of things. Lots of things. Topaz gigapixel. All right, we can go back now. Hangouts. Let's see how this does. Ooh boy. Interesting. Very compressed. It's not too bad. It doesn't look like it's adding much detail though. Let's see, let's do low resolution. Let's see if we can remove the blur a little bit. Let's bring that up to 75. It's a little bit better. All right, let's save the image. Slowest. I'll just save it in the same source project. And we'll bring it in here in a minute. Okay, that did that. That's good. Now let's see if this like actually does anything. We'll replace this one. See, does it make any difference at all? It doesn't really look like it makes a difference. Maybe? I don't know. CRT. All right, that's fine. It's fine. It's good enough. What did you scan with? Oh, I didn't know if you. Okay, so maybe you didn't see this. So what we're doing? Let's see. I did a search for 80s toys. So 45 80s toys. Oh, we could use some Transformers. Yeah. Okay, so let's look. I'm just looking for Transformers. And let's do 80s Transformers. Oh boy. 80s Transformers toys. Alright, so we'll grab... Oh, is this the tape deck guy? No, where's the tape deck guy? What's the tape deck guy's name? Oh, I should get... Alright, we'll start with this. Like, for example, right? So I'm going to open the image in a new tab. I'm going to save the image. Let's see. Let's put it in our graphics. I'll call this Optimus Prime. Then I'm going to go into, it's Stable Point Aware 3D. So it's spar3d.github.io. And then you click on demo and it'll send you over here. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring in your picture. Where is it? Where's my Optimus Prime? Optimus Prime. And then you're going to say remove background. It's going to remove the background for you. And then you're going to hit run. Oh, there's a texture size. Okay, maybe I can up that. Let's try 2048 and we'll run this. Maybe that'll look better. This song has like kids yelling in it, and I always think it's my kids yelling. So like it doesn't look too great on the back, but the front's pretty dang good. So now I download that into my projects, C40 models. I'm gonna start a new folder called Optimus Prime. Open that, and then I'm gonna name this Optimus Prime. Save that. Now, the thing is, when you bring it into C4D, it's not gonna have the mesh in it, but the GLBs have textures built into them, so you need to go to some sort of tool that will allow you to rip the texture file. So in here, I bring in I just Googled it. I'm using a different one than I did last week. But I'll just Optimus Prime, extract assets. It'll give it a second. You'll hit download. It'll send you to a really sketchy link. And then as long as you exit out of that, it'll download the zip file, which the zip file contains the model and the image files as well, which the image comes both with the diffuse and the normal map, which is pretty awesome. Okay, WinRAR. Oh, there we go. Okay, so check this out. I'll drop this GLB in here. I'll hit OK. Whoops, it just opened it in a new one. I gotta merge it. So merge objects. Let's go to our models. Optimus Prime GLB, hit OK. So there's our model. You can see it's pretty crappy, but as soon as you throw that texture onto it, it's pretty freaking awesome. So let's see. Let's move Optimus Prime to like right here. Rotate him. And put him here. And then I'll just create a new Octane material. It's one thing that I really like about Octane as well. Like, I feel like with Octane, as soon as you put a texture in there, it just looks, as long as that texture looks pretty photorealistic, like your image is going to look photorealistic. All right, so there we go. Now we got our Optimus Prime in there. And let's see, with him I want to do a glossy texture so that we can get some of those reflections and stuff like that. But yeah, so there's our Optimus Prime. And like, he doesn't look fantastic once you go up close, you know, like for example, like, but that's not too bad from a distance, you know. All right, let's move him down and move him forward. Then let's move Teddy Ruxpin forward as well. So he's sitting on it. The only one I modeled the My Little Pony. Come on. Shit. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure it crashed on me. Yeah. Which sucks. That means I've got to completely reset my computer. Let me see if I can... Oh, you know what? I've got 8,000 keyboards from all the new computers I bought. Let's see if I can... Yeah, it's pretty great. From a distance, it looks fantastic. Up close, it's kind of meh. But the fact that, like, you can do all that... Oh. Did it come back? Nope. The fact that you can do all that, like, so easily, and it looks relatively good, is great. Man. Thank you, Cinema. Check it out. It's gotten so hot, so I keep my my computer on like a bookshelf, and it got so hot that it ripped the veneer off of the bottom of the shelf. Well, it's not even veneer, it's just paper. It's because it's a cheap Walmart desk. Well, at least we had only done 2 things, so, you know, there's that. Ooh, Kickstarter. Campaign complete. I just kickstarted a NES homebrew game called The Adventures of Panzer Frontiers. It's all right. It's no big deal. It happens all the time. I'm gonna chalk it up to maybe this computer just sometimes gets a little too much, but I mean I do have issues with cinema as well. So I don't know. Let me get everything back up. My computer's back up. I gotta make sure that certain things. You need to kickstart our Tokyo event. Did you do a Kickstarter for it? When is your Tokyo event? I thought EJ was just in Tokyo. Wasn't he? Is he just staying there forever? Also, I have no money. I just, you know, we sponsored Half Res this year, and we sponsored the XR Motion Design Conference, and those are kind of the two big things we're sponsoring this year. I know Mograph should sponsor. I get that, you know, but those are kind of the 2 ones that we were planning on sponsoring this year, and then, yeah, I don't know. What else? And then I had to pay for, you know, to go out to Half Res and to go out to, whatchamacallit? Go out to camp. Which, by the way, for those who don't know, oh, I need to restart up my screen capture. There we go. All right, we are back. I gotta put Teddy Ruxpin back, and I gotta put the other one back. So let's lock this. Okay, where were we? Oh, for those who don't know, today is the last day to buy your Camp Mograph tickets if you're planning on going to Camp Mographs. I know Windbush isn't it either. But, oh, we should talk about doing our event in, were you saying Long Beach or something like that at one of the event centers? That would be pretty rad. We should plan that. We should start planning that now to figure out what would be a good date and everything. All right, let's get Teddy Ruxpin in. Ruxpin 2. Okay, do that. Octane material. Image texture. Yeah, seriously, I don't know if it's my kid screaming or whether it's actually on the music. Yeah, seriously, dude. When are you free? Let's chat. You free tomorrow anytime? We could, like, talk about it and stuff. C40 texture, because I did the higher res texture. Let's do that one. Yeah, I think that's actually my kids. I don't think it's on that thing. That's funny. All right. Geometry. Scale them down. Put him here, and then put the Optimus Prime. Let's make him a little bit smaller. Optimus Prime. Cool. Let's do a Octane material. This one we're going to make glossy. We're going to do a image texture node. We're going to load. I need to bring a fan in here and like. I'm putting that back on high. Let me know if it gets too loud for y'all. I just want to try and kind of cool the room down a bit. I don't think it should be too bad. I think y'all will be able, you'll be able to hear it just a little bit, but I don't think it'll be bad. Image texture, yes. I'm gonna try and cool down the PC a bit. Optimus Prime and My Little Pony. That's where it's at. Damn it! Seriously? The hell is going on? Computer's frozen again. Should just be doing this in Blender. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to actually call it tonight. As this is twice that this has happened, and I'm going to have to do a hard reset. Let me... I don't know. Maybe it's... No, it's not. It's not... What could it be? It's not... drivers. No, I wish this was Blender. If it was Blender, I wouldn't have a reason to complain. I'm paying $1,400 a year for software that just crashes. It's just unstable. You know, at least if Blender weren't working, I couldn't complain because it's just free. But still, like, it's just locked up. All right, next week we're learning Houdini. Houdini and Blender. That's going to be our way forward. Is we're going to learn Houdini and we're going to learn Blender. And we're going to do a Houdini Blender pipeline. That was kind of my last straw. Let's see what I can do in order to, like, maybe free up some resources or something. It did pretty well last week. We had like one crash. The week before we had quite a few. Let me see if there's an update for Maxon or not. Yeah, I like Unreal. It's just, it's not it's not photoreal enough for me. You know? Like I see the stuff that some people are doing and it has that video game feel to it, you know? And it's like I know you can like super upscale it and stuff like that and then like resize it, which is cool, but it still just is missing that little bit, you know, and the amount of time that I would spend trying to get one of these models to look super photorealistic versus literally just plopping a texture in Octane, you know. I know it has a path tracer, but if I'm going to spend the time, you know, I might as well just use some other engine or something. Let's see. Let's clear that out. Let's open up our Maxon app. Sorry, you guys can't see what I'm doing. Yeah, I know it has a path tracer. I don't know. I don't see, don't get me wrong, I love Unreal. I spent all of last year in Unreal. 3.3 update available. All right, so there's been a couple of updates. Let's try and update it. Anyway, I spent all of last year in Unreal, you know, and I really like it. I can't see that being like a permanent part of my workflow, especially, you know, I've been freelancing with ABC and stuff like that. A lot of the work that we are doing is like heavy simulations and, you know, rigid body stuff and like, you know, all sorts of stuff like that. So it's like that doesn't really help me in Unreal. You know, I'd still have to do that stuff anyway and then bring it into Unreal. So we'll see. I really, you know, talking to some of the guys up there, it's like I really want to do Houdini, and I know Houdini relatively well, just not super great. All right, so I'm on version 1.6, I think. So there's a new version, 1.61, and we'll see how that works. So right now I'm just downloading the new C4D and the new Octane. Oh, which I'm pretty sure we did this like 3 weeks ago. Which is fine. Whatever. Bum 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 bum. I'm really excited about camp. You know, we had Dave on this week on the podcast, and we talked about camp and stuff. And yeah, I'm really excited. I'm excited to go and not have to actually, like, I can actually relax and have a good time, you know. And then I can go to half res and just like hang out and do stuff. Man, we're like so close on our podcast numbers. We're so close to hitting our highest number ever. On numbers, which is just, I've been checking it like every single few hours, just watching. All right, I don't want to launch Cinema 4D right now. Let's do the new installer. I do like that Octane introduced an installer so that I don't have to install it myself, which is really nice. Okay, let's see. Sorry, y'all are just watching like a random screen and watching me talk. I need to hook up my Nintendo so that like when this happens, then we run a game of Mario 3 or something. Detected issues in Cinema 4D S22. That's fine. Who cares about that? S. Was there only one version with an S in it? Uninstalling previous Octane. Next week we got Tokyo Megaplex on the podcast, which is exciting. We're gonna talk all things Houdini and stuff like that. Yes. Well, okay, that's fine. That's totally fine. Let's see. Oh, the original NES Famicoms, they were top loader, I believe. So your I believe the Famicom ones should work in the regular NES games should work in a Famicom. Winbush, if I gave you some money, will you buy me one too? Oh, check this out. Complete in box. Sega Genesis, second gen. I went to the classic gaming convention or classic gaming fest in Austin this weekend, and so yeah, it was a lot of fun. Winbush, what you need to do is you need to get yourself an EverDrive as well. No, Classic Gaming Con. Yeah. So I bought it at the convention. I was walking by. I wanted to buy a Sega Genesis anyway. So I was walking by and I was planning on spending like $100 on it. So I was walking by and I saw it listed for like 90 complete inbox. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll take that. So, and what's nice is this is the version 2. So if I wanted to buy like a Sega CD or like a Sega Saturn, the one that goes on top of it, you know, like it's the one that fits in it, which is awesome. Super excited about it. I haven't hooked it up. Honestly, I haven't even taken it out of the box because I've been so busy lately. It may just have a brick in there. I wouldn't know. All right. Let's see if we can get Cinema 40 back up. Screen capture. All right, here we are again. Let's see if there's anything running that we could get rid of. There is literally nothing running that we could get rid of. Oh yeah. Hey. What's up, Retro West? How you doing? Did you catch the live stream last night? Did you see it? Did you see it? Tell me you saw it. Prices were good, actually. So like was it really? The ones here, so I went through and I used an app that Retro Thunder suggested called CLZ Games. And I can go through and I could put like the games that I was looking for and then see how much they're worth, and then I could like barter with the people back and forth, or if I saw one that was listed under what it's worth, I'd go ahead and grab it. So like I got, you know, Karate Kid on NES for like $10 and it's typically going for 11 or 12, you know, and I think I got Mario 64 for like 30 and it's typically like 35 around there, which is pretty awesome. Speaking of, I need to make sure that I turn off that subscription. Cancel free trial. Confirm. Retro West, tell me you saw it. It's called CLZ Games. CLZ Games. So it's like $2 a month if you want to do the subscription, but they'll give you a 7-day free trial, you know? All right, Retro CRT. Let's see what is happening now. Retro West, you're not answering me. I think you're worried that you didn't see it. Tell me you saw it. I need to know you saw it. Okay. So, this is our last chance to like do anything. Let me turn on. Okay, don't have motion blur on. I'm gonna turn off. I'm going to do duplicate this. I'm going to be in this camera. And then I'm just going to completely turn off. Whoops. Which one is it? Is it? No, it's... Which one is the one that takes you to infinity? I don't remember. 3 items I really want. OG NES, yeah. And you can get them so cheap there. Oh, here it is. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Now everything's in focus. A Neo Geo? Second gen 1 Sega with Sega CD. Yeah. Nice. Bring an extra suitcase. All right. So I've got that off. Oh, no. All right. He did give you a shout out. He was thanking all the people who have been watching, but I don't know if he's going to be streaming tonight. Is all I'll say. And if he is, he may be playing Paperboy. So we'll see. All right, let's do this model. Retro West, are you running Friday the 13th right now? Tonight? All right, let's see. Maybe it's this Optimus Prime one, because that's what keeps on like crashing us. Oh. Yeah, it was a pretty good run last night. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna do one more run. And then I was like, yeah, famous last words. And he did one more run, and it was the run. So I don't know. He beat the world record by 1.5 seconds. Yeah, his time was 2 seconds under his PB. So he hit it. It was the time was 352 even, like 352.02 or whatever. So he got that perfect, like he was two seconds under in going into the fourth stage, and then he was able to get the good ending. It was pretty epic. And I'm not messing with you like you messed with him. Yeah, seriously. Image texture. Let's bring back in our Teddy Ruxpin. I'm gonna save it this time. Octane material. Diffuse. Octane render. Image texture. Or create a copy? No. that feel right on the size? I feel like Teddy Ruxpin was always a little bit bigger. Maybe that's just my memory. Yeah, that looks good. Maybe I should come in a bit on my camera to like right where it starts. Maybe? Save. Save, save, save. Alright. I need a Sega Genesis down here. What else do I need? Retro West, I wanted to do an overlay for him for the chair runs. I wanted like a chair like spinning with some text that comes up and says chair run, so anytime he does a chair run he can hit it on his stream deck and it'll do the animation. And then also he always says there's no confetti. If I could hit a button and there was some confetti, I'm gonna make a confetti one for him as well. You know, that'll be fun. Okay, let's see. We need more stuff down here. I think we have enough toys. I think the toys are good. We need more stuff down here in the shelves. We could do some records, maybe. Records would be fun. So like we put a bunch of records down here or something. Cloner. We'll do a linear cloner. Oh, god damn it. There we go. Well, there it is. All right, y'all. I'm gonna call it tonight. The computer's just not working. Everything is going bad, and everything sucks right now. This is so annoying. So, all right, y'all have a good night. Come join us for the podcast on Monday. We'll have Tokyo Megaplex. It'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. So until next week, I guess I'm gonna try and figure out what's going on with my computer and see if I can get this fixed. So maybe next week we'll be in Blender Houdini pipeline world, trying to move this all over. So we'll see. All right. Bye, everyone.
It's pretty good, I guess.